Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Ballava Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Ballava Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Ballava Girivaradhari. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Vishnupad, Paramahansa Virvakacharya, Srimad Divine Grace, Srila Bhakti-Vedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Vishnupad Paramahansa Buddha Sri Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Guru Parampara Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavad-Gita Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Go Premananda Hari Hari Bo. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnana Timarandasya Ganandana Salakaya Chakshuron Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yukta Padakamalang Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Prijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karana Sindhu Dina Bindu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapcha Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhana Sudadevi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Paditanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So, thank you very much for chanting. Even Mataji was chanting. Now she's smiling. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavad-Gita, 529, last verse in the 5th chapter. Chapter entitled Karma Yoga, Action in Krishna Consciousness. So everyone knows this verse, right? Very famous verse. Bhoktāraṁ yajña-tapasāṁ sarva-loka-maheśvaram su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ ঞtva śāntim ṛcchati bhoktāraṁ yajña-tapasāṁ sarva-loka-maheśvaram su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ ঞtva śāntim ṛcchati. Okay, go ahead.
Bhoktāram yajña-tapasāṁ sarva-loka-maheśvaram su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ
ञtva śāntim ṛcchati.
Bhoktāram yajña-tapasāṁ sarva-loka-maheśvaram su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ ञtva śāntim ṛcchati.
Bhoktāram yajña-tapasāṁ
Maheśvaram ঞtva śāntim ṛcchati. Bhoktāram yajña-tapasāṁ sarva-loka-maheśvaram sarva-bhūtānāṁ ঞtva śāntim ṛcchati. So, word for word, please repeat. Bhoktāram, the beneficiary, of yajña, of sacrifices, tapasām, and penances and austerities, sarva-loka, of all planets and the demigods thereof, mahā-īśvaram, the Supreme Lord, su-hṛdam, the benefactor, sarva, of all, bhūtānām, the living entities, jñātvā, thus knowing, me, Lord Krishna, śāntim, relief from material pangs, ṛcchati, one achieves. Okay, translation. A person in full Krishna consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Please repeat. A person in full consciousness of me. Speak up, don't be shy. Knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the Supreme Lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attain peace from the pangs of material miseries. Purport Srila Prabhupada. A person, let me just have a look here. Yes, purport. Sorry. Yes, did we repeat the verses yet? No. Yeah, we did, yeah. Purport. The conditioned souls within the clutches of the illusory energy are all anxious to attain peace in the material world, but they do not know the formula for peace, which is explained in this part of the Bhagavad-Gita. The greatest peace formula is simply this: Lord Krishna is the beneficiary in all human activities. Men should offer everything to the transcendental service of the Lord, because he is the proprietor of all planets and the demigods thereon. No one is greater than he. He is the greater than the greatest of the demigods. Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. In the Vedas, Svatasvara Upanishad 6.7, the Supreme Lord is described as tam Ishvaram paramam maheshvaram. Under the spell of illusion, living entities are trying to be lords of all they survey, but actually they are dominated by the material energy of the Lord. The Lord is the master of material nature, and the conditioned souls are under the stringent rules of material nature. Unless one understands these bare facts, it is not possible to achieve peace in the world either individually or collectively. This is the sense of Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna is the supreme predominator, and all living entities, including the great demigods, are his subordinates. One can attain perfect peace only in complete Krishna consciousness. This 5th chapter is a practical explanation of Krishna consciousness, generally known as karma yoga. The question of mental speculation as to how karma yoga can give liberation is answered herewith. To work in Krishna consciousness is to work with the complete knowledge of the Lord as the predominator. Such work is not different from transcendental knowledge. Direct Krishna consciousness is bhakti-yoga, and jnana-yoga is a path leading to bhakti-yoga. Krishna consciousness means to work in full knowledge of one's relationship with the Supreme Absolute, and the perfection of this consciousness is full knowledge of Krishna, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A pure soul is the eternal servant of God as his fragmental part and parcel. He comes into contact with the Maya illusion due to the desire to lord it over Maya, and that is the cause of his many sufferings. As long as he is in contact with Maya, with matter, he has to execute work in terms of material necessities. Krishna consciousness, however, brings one into spiritual life even while one is within the jurisdiction of matter, for it is an arousing of spiritual existence by practice in the material world. The more one is advanced, the more he is freed from the clutches of matter. The Lord is not partial toward anyone. Everything depends on one's practical performance of duties in Krishna consciousness, which helps one control the senses in every respect and conquer the influence of desire and anger. And one who stands fast in Krishna consciousness, controlling the above-mentioned passions, remains factually in the transcendental stage, or Brahma Nirvana. The Eightfold Yoga mysticism is automatically practiced in Krishna consciousness because the ultimate purpose is served. There is a gradual process of elevation in the practice of yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, and samadhi. But these only preface perfection by devotional service, which alone can award peace to the human being. It is the highest perfection of life. Makam karochi vachalam pangam laite girim yad kripa tamaham vande Sri Guru dinatarinam. Bhoktāraṁ yajña-tapasāṁ sarva-loka-maheśvaram su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ jñātvā mam śāntim ṛcchati. A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Yes, so, as we said, this is, and Prabhupada says in the purport, this is the peace formula. In the material world, as Prabhupada points out there, people are trying to be lord of all they survey. If you remember a few weeks ago, I read the purport from that verse, Muktir hitapanyata rupam svarupena avabhashtiti. And in the purport there, Prabhupada said, the material world serves two functions for the conditioned soul. It gives him, he wants to lord it over matter. And the second function, he wants to lord it over matter so he can enjoy matter. Like Ravana. He wanted to capture Sita Devi, he only got Maya Sita Devi, and then he wanted to enjoy Sita Devi. So everyone is a little Ravana in the material world. They're all trying to control, and after they've got control, they want to enjoy. So it's in the Shastra it says, Ishvaropya aham, I am the Ishvara. And then bhoktāram, I am the enjoyer. So that is the conditioned mentality. Okay, you can have choice. Not exactly choice, but you will be given by Maya Devi one of 8,400,000 categories of life in the material world. And you can lord it over the world as a dog, just like the dog in the street, or the monkeys, your friends. They control one section of the buildings, right, the rooftops. And the monkey controls a certain section of the road, and the next dog controls the next section of the road. You stay in your section and I'll stay. Right? And now human beings, they say, this land is ours, and you stay in your land, and if I want, I'll come and invade yours. And that's what happens, is it not? The monkeys sometimes fight about the border, the dogs fight. So that is the material world, right? Now what's going on in Israel? They're fighting over the land, because the land is the real source of wealth. From the land you can grow grains, you can get minerals, you can raise livestock. So people are anxious to control land. And they fight over it. Like the dogs, the monkeys, what happens in the jungle, on the savannah of Africa, right? One pride of lions is in this section, and then the younger lions try to throw out the other lion and enjoy the lionesses. And then they kill the other baby cubs so that they can enjoy the lionesses. So this is the material world. But the other facility of the material world is that you can give it up. Particularly here on Bhumandala, Brajabhumi, they have the Vedas, and you have the Acharyas, and you have sometimes a bona fide guru. And they give the message. And this is what Krishna is giving to Arjuna. Don't try to be the enjoyer, but you offer, first line, bhoktāraṁ yajña-tapasāṁ. Right? So when Krishna says to Arjuna, I'll tell you the big secret now, Arjuna, that is manmana bhava madbhakto madjaji. Right? Do everything as an offering. So the Vedas, they prescribe two types of dharma. Right? We know the verse earlier, Chaturvana maya shrishtam guna karma vibhagashaha. That generally there are four broad categories. The Brahminical intellectual type maybe had tendency to spirituality. The Ishvara Bhav, Kshatriya governmental type. And then there is the Vaishya, Krishi Go Raksha Go Aninyam. And then there is a Shudra. And there's a mixture of people. So, like for example, Parashuram is considered the Kshatriya amongst the Brahmins, right? And Yudhisthira Maharaj was considered the Brahmin amongst the Kshatriyas. So you don't get them separately. So they are encouraged to follow their dharma. The Vedas prescribe two types of dharma, varnashram dharma and sanatan dharma, or jaiva dharma. So varnashram dharma is mentioned there. Prabhupada says it's karma yoga. According to your material conditioning, you will have a tendency to Brahminical type work, Kshatriya type work, Vaishya type work, Shudra type work. So your dharma, that is your dharma. But it becomes purified in the Vedic prescription. If you want to get out of the material world, you should perform your dharma as yajña. Yad karosi yadadnasi yakstadosi dadasi yat. Right? So that is karma yoga. I have a tendency to be a politician, but I should do it with a good morality as guided by Krishna later, 18th chapter and so on. And then I should do it though as an offering to the Supreme. Oh, I have an intellectual function. I like to study. Jnana yoga is mentioned here. I like this and that. So I should do that as yajña. A Vaishya. Okay, I should produce grains, protect the land and the cows and the monkeys, and I should offer it to the Supreme Lord. And then I should act morally. I shouldn't cheat. Vanijam means trading. And Shudra, I should be faithful to my employer, my master, so on and so forth. And the master and all that, they should be faithful to their workers and take care. And that is yajña, if it's done for the sake of the Supreme. If it's done for one's own sake, that's material life, right? And people are doing that automatically. They don't have to know varnashram to do that. They're getting a job and they think, I want the result. I want the salary. They're opening a business and they think, I want the profit for my own bhokta, enjoyment. So, Krishna says, okay, if you do that, if you act for yourself, that's fruitive desire, that's karma. You'll be bound. Karma bandhana. because you're doing it for yourself, so you have to take responsibility. But if you're doing it as an offering to Krishna, you become liberated. Why? Because in the spiritual world, everyone has seva-bhāv, right? Everyone has seva-bhāv in the material world, but they want to serve themselves. Ishvaropi, I'm controller, I'm the enjoyer. They're serving their own senses. Now, they may serve their family and their country, but it's an extended selfishness. It's all based on me. Because they are thinking I am the body, so if I increase my bodily enjoyments, then that's the success of life. So, Krishna consciousness, like I say, that is, okay, lord it over the material world, but then you'll stay in the material world. Now, other way is you perform your duties as an offering to Krishna. And that means seva-bhāv. I'm doing yajña. Yajña means sacrifice. I'm offering it. So then Prabhupada mentions bhakti-yoga, ঞtpam, sometimes also called jaiva dharma, is more intimate service to Krishna. So karma yoga means that your duties, your occupational duties, you offer them to Krishna as best you can, and you try to develop good behavior, become a sadhu, don't be a liar and a cheater and so on. But ஞtpam means it's more intimate, and the process there is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. The 9 processes of bhakti. And that means I am directly hearing, because there is a verse in the Bhagavatam, right? Dharma swanustitam pumsham vikshvakshet, that if you do all your occupational duties, but you don't become attracted to Krishna, then it's a waste, shravana eva kevalam. It's a waste of time, because you've got a human body, but you're not becoming attracted to Krishna. You're not realizing Krishna, so you're not on the path of liberation. So, ஞtpam is within the Vaidhi Bhakti of Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is Vaidhi Bhakti, Vidhi Marg. Whereas ஞtpam is Raga Marg. It's based on rag. Rag means attraction. Oh, I like to hear about Krishna. I like to come to Bhagavad-Gita class like you fine ladies and gentlemen. I like to read the Bhagavatam. I like to contemplate, oh, today is Damodar month. Oh yes, Krishna. I like to think of Krishna's pastimes. I like to hear about it. Chant, Shravan. I like to discuss them. Kirtan actually means, in Sanskrit, the root is to describe. Like this Hare Krishna Kirtan, where you're describing Radha and Krishna, you're evoking their presence. So the Shravanam, Kirtanam, and then Smaranam. Naturally, if you think, hear about and you discuss, you will develop Smaranam. So Smaranam, there is performances. You can take the hint here, Dhyan, Dharana, Samadhi, and that is generally on the form and the Leela of Krishna. And then Padasevanam means devotional things like coming to Kartik coming to Vrindavan in Kartik, going to a holy place, so on and so forth, Padasevanam. And also maybe doing some service in the temple, sweeping the temple, cleaning the temple, giving some donation to the temple, right? So that is Bhagavat Marg. And then the last 5, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, that is Archanam, how to worship the deity. We talked about this a couple of months ago, Pancharatrika Vidhi. This is created by Narada Muni, Pancharatrika. It means 5 processes. We discussed, I'll just go through it quickly. Abhimanya means you rise, it's the rules of purity that you should rise early, take bath, then you should put tilak and so on, and then offer obeisance to the spiritual master. Second one is upachaya. That means you gather the articles for puja. This is archanam now. And upachaya, there's 64 items, like they follow 64, I believe, in Jagannath Puri. Then there's 32, there's 16, 10, 5, 3. But the most important is 1. Everything should be done with bhakti, right? You offer a lamp, a piece of cloth, some foodstuffs, you bathe the shalagram, the giriraj, right? That's upachaya. But you don't do that now. You get everything ready. The water, the foodstuffs, the cloth, whatever. And then the third thing is yoga. Yoga means that you sit down and you realize, you chant mantra, Gopi Bhata Kamalayo Dasa Dasana Das. I am not this material body, right? Nam Viprota Narabhati. I'm nothing to do. Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, right? As Prabhupada mentions in the purport there in passing, that we are part and parcel of Krishna. So we meditate upon, I'm parcel. So that's called yoga, also called Bhuta Shuddhi. You cast away in a regulated way the bodily consciousness. And then number 4 is the yajña. You offer all those items. That's 4, pancharatiki. So that's Narada Muni. And it's recommended for Kali Yuga. And number 5 is called swadhyaya. That means your own contemplation. If you follow Vaidhi nicely, you become attracted to Krishna. You become purified. Chaitradapana. And then you will feel attraction in a certain mood, because Krishna is all attractive. So actually, the more you realize in Krishna, the more attracted you'll be. But you'll be attracted in a certain mood. Right? We know the 5. In Lord Chaitanya said, Charibhav, I will make everyone dance with Dasya Bhav, Sakya Bhav, Vatsalya Bhav, Madhurya Bhav, so on and so on. I'm going very fast. But, so swadhyaya means that I am now performing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam with some conception of myself as in my swarup. Because we're not just spirit soul, but we are a spiritual soul with a particular sthāyi bhav. So that's the meaning of swadhyaya. And the Goswamis, and this particular gift, why he's Namo Mahavandaya, is because they elucidated, Lord Chaitanya and 6 Goswamis, this path of cultivating Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam in the awakening mood of your swarup. So that's the purpose of yoga and yajña. And then you carry that on with hearing and chanting. So that is the combination of Vidimag, the first 4, and Swadhyaya, which is Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padanam. Archanam is another route to that. So you should know that. That is Dharma. So that is a combination of Vaidhi Dharma or Varnashram Dharma, according to your bodily condition, and then your cultivation of your Swarup. And of the 2, Sanatana Dharma is the most important. So, but you should know the overall structure. But within that, you can perform particular activities that you are most attracted to. Some people may like to chant more. Some people may like to study Sanskrit and read the pastimes. Somebody may like to go on pilgrimages. Somebody may like to do austerities, so on. But it should all be done for the purpose of realization of Krishna. That's yetam mam prapadyante, right? Krishna will reciprocate. Why? So anyway, that is yajña, manmana bhava bhakto yajña. Doing everything, whether it's in the Varnashram karma yoga system or the bhakti-yoga system of Navavida Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, then you do it all as an offering to Krishna. You don't do it because you have to, or you want to, or you're this. You do it with seva bhav. And as soon as you develop seva bhav in your yajña, I'm doing it for you, Krishna. I'm gathering a nice apple, chopping it up, and I'm going to offer it to you. then Krishna reciprocates. He will reciprocate. You're all devotees, you know that. But you should know the science of bhakti. So anyway, what's the next one? So that is bhoktāraṁ yajña-tapasāṁ. So all human activities can be offered in that way. Everyone has to have a job. They can all do their duties and offer it to Krishna. And then within that they can perform Synonyms, study the Bhagavad-Gita, chant Hare Krishna. They don't necessarily have to get Shalagram Giriraj, but they can do that, swadaya, their own particular offering. So that's bhoktāraṁ yajña-tapasāṁ. Sarva-loka. So Krishna, and Prabhupada is explaining there, why is this important? Krishna is making the point, ṛcchati, that if you worship demigods or you think this or you're in Mayavadi, you don't know Siddhanta, then your bhakti will be insubstantial. But Krishna is saying through aham sarvasya prabhavo maktak sarvam, I am the source of everything, Vasudeva para bhakti. Everything is coming from Vasudeva. He's saying it here now. You're offering it to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he's saying here, sarva-loka, of all lokas within this material world, I'm mahā-īśvaram. So we should have that complete idea. And that means the absolute truth is personal. Krishna is not formed out of the impersonal energy with Radha. No, they are the source of energy. They're not formed by energy. Just like, and it's very easy to understand, just like I have energy, and I'm using my energy to give class now, to speak, right? The energy is under the control of the personality. My speaking ability or energy I'm exuding is not creating my personality. It is an emanation, you can say, of my personality. So this is very important. That the absolute truth, Param Tattva, is Radha and Krishna, Gornitai, so many. It's all personalities. Same thing in the material world. There is demigods in charge of this department, this. And it's very easy to understand what happens in India. Who's the boss? Narendra Modi, my friend, right? And then you have different department heads, and they're all empowered, so to speak, in different departments, right? And they empower different peoples, and they're all people in charge. It's people in charge of the roads. Maybe somebody is in charge. Maybe somebody's in charge of the cleaning system. Anyway, there's people in charge of the energy, the laws. They create the laws and they enforce them or maintain them. Or they should. But that's a material example. So everything is descending from personality. And the ultimate personality, Radha and Krishna, Gornitai, the great devotees, Vishnu Tattva, is sarva-loka-maheśvaram. So Krishna is saying that there. Look, all you human beings, stop being greedy and selfish. Just offer things to me. And if your country is not doing it, then do it individually. Because what is a country? It is a composite of lots of individuals. So we have to start with our own self. So Krishna said, and be assured, I am Param Tattva, I am the Supreme Lord. So you're offering to me, and I promise you. Prabhupada said that, right? Samaham sarva-bhūteshu. Krishna doesn't think, oh, this Prabhu is offering me nice puja, so I'll give him result. This Prabhu is offering me nice puja, but I don't like his the way he dresses. I won't give him result. No, Krishna will give you perfect result. If you follow ṛcchati nicely, Krishna will reciprocate with that, right? If you become a good, truthful person and you do your duty nicely, Krishna will reciprocate. He says that, samaham sarva-bhūteshu na dvesha na. I don't have anyone I dislike or I favor. There is one so-called fake religion where they say, we are chosen, and everybody else is an animal meant to serve us. So Prabhupada answered this. He said, what kind of God is that? He selects one set of people and disregards another. That's partiality. Just like if I have 5 children and I think, oh, that one is my chosen child, the rest, to hell with them. That's partiality, that's not fairness. Huh? So there's many bogus ideas in Kali Yuga. Prabhupada had a particular quote on that. What kind of a God selects one set of people and then condemns everybody else? So that is demonism. That is worship of Satan or the devil. Oh, the devil likes sinful people, he selects them. Good people, he's making war on them. Anyway, we'll not dwell on that, but you all know what I'm talking about. But this is the self-righteousness that is not just in one, but it is in all ignorant people. Just like the Manchester United fans football club, right? They think our football club is the best in the world. The Manchester City football fans think, nope, our football club is the best in the world. And our supporters are the best, and all the Manchester United supporters, they're no good. And then the Arsenal supporters think, our football club is the best in the world. And everybody else is a fool and rascal. So then they fight, right? They have soccer hooligans fighting. My soccer team is better than yours. Even if your soccer team is at the bottom of the table, you think, no, we're the best. It's just that the other teams pay the referee more. Or else we'd be on the top of the chart. So this is everyone. But sometimes it becomes institutionalized. Oh, we're the chosen people. No, our Messiah is the best. Our prophet is the best. Everybody else is in Maya. And only we are right. But Krishna doesn't say that kind of thing. He says, no, I'm equal to every individual. So it puts the responsibility on us to use our energy in his service. Right? In a situation of knowledge. So he says that. Sarva-loka-maheśvaram. And he says, I'm equal to all. Why should I be nasty to one set of people and friendly to another? That's ignorance. Particularly, why should, if they are killing everyone on the basis of their stupidity, they will go to hell. Narak. So then, that comes to the next point. su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ. Surit. So Prabhupada explains one tape that in Sanskrit there are different words for friend. There is mitra, bandhu, and there is surit. So he says surit means well-wishing friend. Like you can say in this material world, your mother and father are your well-wisher. Right? They brought you up, fed you, clothed you, put in a house, fought off the monkeys, kept you safe and healthy. So they're your well-wisher, and they're ready to send you to college to be brainwashed into stupidity. So they're your best friend. Or at least they're trying to be. And Prabhupada, what did he sign his letters? Your ever well-wisher. So that's the Vaishnava. That's the Vaishnava. His heart is full of kripa. Vaishnavebhyo namo kripa sindhu bhaivacha. They have everyone, the Vaishnava is well-wisher to everyone because he's purified, he's not greedy to control. And then, so Krishna is saying that, I'm taking all the bhagna, I should get everything, because, I'm yajña-tapasāṁ, I should be the beneficiary, but not because he's greedy. When Narayan in, what's that story? Indra they were doing austerities in the Bhagavad-Gita. Narayan were doing austerity. So Indra was thinking, Narayan, they were in Manusha Leela. So Indra was thinking, they're after my position. That's also another thing in the material world, right? When people are in a big position, they think, Everyone's after my position. I want to preserve my position, number one priority. I don't like whistleblowers because they threaten my position, even if they're whistleblowing about somebody else in my service. So, I must maintain my position. Because what? I have no position? Tomorrow I could be an ordinary person, not the big cheese. Right? You mean to... So all politicians, they try to hang on to power at the nth, the 80 years old. But I won't give up my position. Because if I give up my position, I'm a nobody. I am my position. Anyway, you understand that. You're all intelligent. But the devotee doesn't think that. His only position is with Radha and Krishna, Gaunitai. So anyway, su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ, surit. So bandhu means social friend or family friend. Mitra means friend, maybe social friend. But surit means that. So Krishna says, I am su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ. I am well-wisher to everyone. So first he's saying, the sages offer all their activities to me. And we should remember that say everything can be offered to Krishna. Say you end of the day and you think, I don't want to brush my teeth. But you should brush your teeth, right? Your mommy and daddy told you. But so then you brush your teeth and you can offer that as a yajña. I get up early in the morning, I take a bath, I put tilak. That is yajña. But if I think, it's a headache to brush my teeth, clean my room, then that is material consciousness, laziness. But every single thing, I drive my motorbike nicely as a yajña. I do everything as a yajña, seva-bhav. So that is how you access the spiritual world, seva-bhav. So first Krishna says, do everything as yajña. All your activities, even your most simple things, washing, cleaning the kitchen. I do it, I don't like to clean the kitchen. When I was a child, there were many children, and we had to take turns to wash the dishes. So nobody wanted to wash the dishes. Mommy, I don't want to do it, I want to play football. No, but a devotee thinks, I'll clean the kitchen. It's yajña. Yajña doesn't just mean bananas or grain and fruit in the fryer. Yajña means doing everything for Krishna. I'm washing my clothes. Why? So I look good when I go to the temple. Krishna has a nice... I look good when I see Krishna. So, and then bhoktāraṁ, then sarva-loka. So Krishna is saying, offer it to me because I am mahā-īśvara, Ishvara Parama Krishna. And then don't be nervous. I am su-hṛdam sarva-bhūtānāṁ. I am the supreme controller, but I'm your well-wisher. Just like your mother. You fall off your bicycle and your mother, come here, my hero, and let me clean it. Your father says, I told you not to drive your bicycle like this. But he's also protecting in his way. The mother is nurturing. They're your well-wisher. They're trying to give you good instruction. You're a child. So Krishna has that attitude. He is aham bija pritak pita. I am seed-giving father. Mama angsa jiva loke. All living entities are my part and parcels. They're very dear to me. Krishna has unlimited. He's created unlimited jivas. But every single one is important to Krishna. Because Krishna is not limited. His heart, his mercy is unlimited. His power, his intelligence, his beauty is unlimited. We have to contemplate. Just think of all the beautiful things you've ever seen at any time and place. You bring it compressed into one point. And that's nothing compared to Krishna. All the beauty in the whole creation is simply expansion. All the power that you see in the volcanoes, the rivers, the tides, everything. It is simply, well, it says that, yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam shri mad urjitam evava. Know that everything beautiful and glorious in this creation is simply a spark of my splendor. So Krishna has this power on all this, and he's saying, look, offer things to me, and then you'll come to me. And don't forget, su-hṛdam, sarva-bhūtānāṁ. And if you act in this way, jñātvā śāntim ṛcchati, you become relieved of material anxiety, you become peaceful, you get knowledge, you get realization from Krishna in the heart. And every devotee knows that, right? The Krishna gives realization. Just like Prabhupada's festival, and I was hearing all the devotees saying, Prabhupada this, Prabhupada. But then I was thinking, you know what Prabhupada did? 100 temples, hundreds books, lectures, traveled 14 times around the world, sleeping 2 hours a day, maybe half an hour in the afternoon. And I was thinking, this actually, how did he do that in 9 years? Huh? What Prabhupada did, ISKCON, creating ISKCON in 9 years, is beyond comprehension. How does anyone give so many lectures, open temples, give guidance, initiate devotees, and at the same time he was a sadhu, right? He was never angry, short-tempered. He was chastising maybe sometimes, guiding, but he was a sadhu. So that is, the spiritual master is a manifestation of Kripa Siddhi, of the Supreme Lord. Vaishnavebhyo Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha. That's particularly. So Krishna has that attitude to all living entities. And so we can take shelter of Krishna without anxiety. What does he say at the end? He says something saying, Sarva-dhamma prajadhamma mekam sharanam. Just surrender to me. I will protect you from everything. Don't worry about the past. Just become my devotee and I will protect you. That's also in the Ramayana, right? Vibhishan comes to Ram and he says, I can't stay with this Ravana, he's a demon. So I go to Ram and he says, Ram, I have to take shelter of you. Ravana, my brother, is not good. And then Ram says, don't worry. Anyone that comes to me, then I give them shelter. It doesn't matter if you're the brother of Ravana, I will give you shelter. So anyone, in any condition, if you have spiritual difficulties, you don't feel guilty. I can't go to Krishna, I can't chant now because I did something wrong and I did that. No, you turn to Krishna and you beg forgiveness if you made an aparad. So this is it. The yajñātvā śāntim ṛcchati. When we become shanti, it means material anxiety is going down. And when the material anxiety is going down, then you can realize Krishna. It means the mode of goodness is becoming strong. Then you can understand bhoktāraṁ, yajña-tapasāṁ, sarva-loka-maheśvaram. And once that realization is in the heart, you become attracted to Krishna. Krishna means all attracted. And once that attraction is there, as I say, your attraction will take a certain mood. Dasya sakyava. We can't talk all the day, but I'm just giving everything basic now. So, yes. So Srila Prabhupada, he did that. He talked Varnashram, what is Sanatan Dham, what is this, what is that. He taught us to play Mridanga, he taught us bhajans, he opened over 100 temples, he was translating, talking to big people, this and that. How did he do it? How was he so productive? Because it says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Bhagavat, that Lord Chaitanya enjoys pastimes in the heart of his devotee. So it wasn't just Prabhupada going to New York, it was Lord Chaitanya in the heart of So the Supreme Lord takes residence in the heart of his devotee. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Do we have to finish exactly on time? You're hungry? Ah, yeah, okay. Thank you. So come next Friday.